Hello, 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 you beautiful, beautiful people. Ooh, I've been hosted. Goodness me. What a time to be alive. Hey, everybody. Sorry, I don't look all that pretty today. I am not feeling it, Mr. Krabs. Been feeling mildly under the weather. Don't worry, nothing bad. Just that kind of summertime cough, sniff. Allergies mixed with everybody finally coming out of the fucking proverbial woods. Which is darker, which is darker, which is darker? That one. So, now we didn't get, well, let me fix that. We didn't get all of the, okay. Do you not know how to work? There we go. Okay, now, I don't have all the paint that I need to really get it done. I have a little bit of brown left. A teensy, no wait. This was my empty bugbear, but we got a new bugbear. So that's good. I have the teensy bit of owlbear. So I don't have enough to do all of that, plus the finishing touches on that. So what I was thinking is doing all the cannons, and if we got time, doing like the masts or something like that. No rush. We can. If we can't, we can't. But we'll see what we can do. I need a haircut bad, man. I'm a nut. Alright. Now, enough of me rambling. Trying to think which. I think I kind of want them as the bugbear brown. I think I want the bugbear brown on here, even though I already started this one as owlbear brown. I did a piss poor job on it anyways. It's on one fucking can. I'm allowed to change what I want. And I will. Okay. Ah, so it did it. It just didn't announce that it did it. Heard. All that. We're getting right into it. You know how I like it. Come on, form a point already, goddammit. Or are you one of the ones that just don't form a point for some fucking reason? We're bad. We're just not good at it. Yeah, I'm gonna need. Ooh, that was almost put in my water. I am having a day. Can you tell? Get this baloney out of here. I don't need no keyboard. I gotta get my shit organized though. That much is for true. Yeah. Okay. So I got a new keyboard coming up, which is gonna be nice. No more, not as much of the clickety clacks heard by me. I went with the brown instead of the blue clickers, which is much quieter. I got to invest in one of those miniature holders. Just let that handle its stuff while I paint. Fuck, I could do brass cannons. Nah, there's already been a lot of brass. You got the brass at the front. There's going to be the brass at the back. With the, Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm painting. I apologize. You got that brass, giant brass dragon at the front. The brass logo at the back. Let this remain. You gotta have some variant. Let me just do something for my own. Like, I'm not using a different variety of paint that I don't want to be using, right? I think I got it right. I just want to be sure. Dab, dab, dab. Oh yeah, that ain't the same at all. But now I got all that paint that I just wasted. Think. Solution. Oh, I guarantee there are some corrections that I can make real fast. I can just burn up that paint. I found one. Honestly, at this point, when it's this painted, it's pretty much just like, hey, one stroke's really all you need. The thing you really got to be worried about and careful for is just glooping. You got a fine layer of detail right now. You really don't need to worry. So much about making sure you have that because you already got it. But you just don't want to ruin it. Putting gloopiness on it, leaving a pool, it's gonna ruin it. And no one wants to ruin it. No one wants to be a ruiner. It's awkward placement, but wunderbar. My primary concern is just nice even strokes. Make sure those white bits that I saw earlier aren't being problematic. Stop using my stupid monkey grip to hold everything. Goddamn gorilla ass motherfucker. Be cool. Be cool. Ooh, yes. Oh yeah, we are gonna have tons of corrections with that owl bear. That's why I'm saving that for later. But we can get the Minotaur hide corrections done out of the way now. Some of. There's always gonna be something that comes up that we forgot about. Yeah. Grab the non-painted bit, you fucking imbecile. It's nice. It is very nice. It is very good. like each one of these supports in the banisters, I've always got to like completely eye down both angles because it's one of those like you may think you have it in a like it's a sphere, you know, I mean, it's cylinder shape roughly, and it's one of those like yeah, you might think you have gotten it, but have you looked at it from every perceivable side? Because unless you haven't, you can't say for sure you painted it. Because my goodness gracious, the amount of times that I'm like, yeah, I painted those. And then I would just look at it from a slightly different angle, and it was just like, you didn't even touch us with paint, bro. Like, we're not even talking base coat. We're talking about nothing. You just completely forgot about us. You know, it's two sides, front and back. They both look similar. What's the guy to do? There we are. Make sure I get every last bit out. Voila. Good job. You did a right proper good job on that one. Probably all saw my butt there. Lucky bitches. All right. I'm painting a cannon. Painting a cannon. God, the amount of time that's gone into this mini is amazing. How many weeks now? And each time I'm like, man, we're probably about 2-3 weeks away. And then that comes and it's just like, nope. We got a little bit more to go. That's the beauty in this. Kind of teaches you those lessons. It's not always going to be exactly as you planned, and you're probably going to either overestimate yourself or underestimate the job. Probably a good mix of both. Nice birds out today. They're out there singing on a tree in the backyard. It's nice. I was the only house with well, it wasn't the only house with trees in it. And then the HOA gave me shit for having trees. I kept bringing shit up like it's the root system, and which has never been a problem. And if it was going to be a problem on anybody, it was going to be on my yard, not anybody else's. They said it would endanger the sidewalk, which my sidewalk is the flattest sidewalk in my neighborhood. Like, literally One of the HOA members literally has a broken sidewalk in front of it, and it's completely uneven. And anytime I go on a walk, I gotta remember to step over it. And then they did this horrible thing where they basically bullied people. They went around, nice sales pitch, kind of sign the dotted line. The HOA's take it. The HOA's got this one for you. It's free. We'll take care of it. We'll foot the bill. Not gonna. Anytime an agency tells you, "Hey, this one's on us," and it makes you feel nice and warm inside. Typically, remember, their funding comes from you. They are completing a service that they are required to do. They are not doing anything special. Irregardless, I'm getting off topic, as usual. And essentially, they were going around and being like, hey, we're taking down trees. HOA is going to cover it completely free of charge. We'll take down your tree. All you got to do is say yes. Can we put you down for it? And I was just immediately like, no, I like my tree. And then they got all pissy. And then they tore down all these trees. And then, of course, I was the asshole guy because I was the guy that didn't tear down his trees. What's wrong with me? And then every temperature went up. The roads are dangerous now because everything is like concrete. So it's all reflective. There's no shade. So everything's like, it's just either grass, which is reflective, or concrete. So it's just driving on our roads is painful in the eyes now. Except in my yard, in front of my yard. Not every fucking house looks the same. And we have there's a bridge, not a bridge, kind of like an overpass sort of thing near us. And it makes some noise. Not a lot. The trees used to break it up, so it's kind of like, it feels like, it sounds like nice waves. But yeah, all the trees disbanded. That noise. That stopped. And the biggest complaint that they heard was like, oh, more trees, more trees, more trees. And they're like, all right, we hear you. So now they're forcing palm trees in everybody's yard. It's just like, I'm sure we'll have to take care of that, huh? People are loony. That's why I'm a starch libertarian. As long as what you're doing doesn't hurt anybody else, I don't really give a shit. You want to go out there and fucking put up a marijuana farm in your backyard? Great. You want to fucking collect rainwater? Great. You want to go completely off the grid? Great. You want to fucking paint your house purple? Who am I to say no? How can you not be libertarian? It's rad. I like those shitty people like Ben Shapiro who are definitely not libertarians that call themselves libertarians. Ruin it for us. Just emulate Ron Swanson and call it a day. That's all I can say. Hey, Kit Kat, what's happening? How are you? We're doing cannons. Ooh, Kit Kat, if you're still around. Same. Are we down for Disco Elysium tonight? If not, I can always just beat Resident Evil 8. It's cool. I had to drive to the DMV today just to get told that I had to have an appointment, even though I'd been there a month ago and I didn't. And they were like, oh, that must have just been a day that they wasn't so busy, so they let you in. And I was like, I live 45 minutes away from this place. I had to schedule a day around this. And they're like, no, sorry, we can't let you in. Just to come back home, to have a meeting with the HOA, they don't know what the hell they're doing. It has been a day. Hell yeah. I'll see you then. Let me dry brush this a little bit. Get them globbies out. Voila. So, Kit Kat, I don't know if you know this. I don't know how many, but this is something I recently learned. It's probably common knowledge, but I didn't know, but in Disco Elysium, in the shootout bit near the end, if you mess up, oh, I hate the DMV in general. Quit making me pay to drive my own fucking car. It's my goddamn car. In Disco Elysium, if Kim either doesn't survive or goes to the hospital, it might just be go to the hospital. I can't remember. Either way, I'm getting off track. You have to finish the game with Kuno as your sidekick. And I did not know that that was a possibility. And I think that sounds just absolutely awful. In the best kind of way. Kuno don't care. Ooh. I haven't. Right? Well, to be fair, it's not like Harry makes some of the best decisions. Let's be honest. But it's also, I think the reason is just like, no matter what you do on that horrible chain of events, 3 of the Hardy Boys go down. And then you gotta do well to make sure Kim doesn't get it, Titus doesn't get it, and, well, all of the Hardy Boys mainly. But Titus and Kim both have big targets on their back in that fight. Pretty much, once Kim's gone, I think the logic behind it is, like, they expected you to have a partner just to, move some dialogue forward. And there's just no one in that town that gives a shit about you. Don't get me wrong, Kuno don't care, but, you know, Kuno do care. I think you have to give him some cigarettes to get in on it, though, or something. Which I'm pretty sure I have to do, because he's not talking to me. And then I was like, if that's the case, I don't think I can get the good ending in this game. It's like, I need to be able to talk to him. If I'm not mistaken, you do get the chance to, like, bribe him later, I think? I'm definitely not going to try to shoot for that in my game, though. I'm going to paint all these mother flipping cannons. And... God, I'm not... Yeah, well... Let's see how big of a dent I'm going to put in this actual pile. But how about your day, Kit Kat? You said your day was a day as well. You doing all right? I hope all is well with you and in your world. I'm getting fast at these. Oh. Missed this side. Oof. Well, not to be one of those people that just says, well, that's just what that is. That's just people. People are always going to be stupid, aren't they? And do stupid people things. Can't ever change that. No matter much I would try, that's probably not a good thing. Nice. Wunderbar. On to the next one. That's 3 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 more to go. And I'm not even painting the metal today. Oof, I just gotta bite the bullet. I gotta do more of this on my downtime. I mean, it was a pain because I didn't have the paint, but now that the paint's here, I can do that. Well, I mean, I had a lot of trouble with that myself. But I use them as opportunities to find true friends. Some people say that's not, the most healthy mindset to have, but when you see someone in like the most daring and harsh moments, or in just pivotal moments, I should say, not even harsh particularly, but when you get the glimpse that at the end of the day, that person's friendship with you boils down with the concept that I am in it until it benefits me to not be. Once I realize that there is nothing in this friendship for me, I'm out, then that's the kind of person you don't want. Friendship shouldn't be equations, like as long as this is happening, I'm here. They should just be good people. Good to you. And it's, no stopping that from hurting. That's just something that goes away with time. But anytime something shitty like that happens, I always do my best to flip it into like, well, my life just got a little bit more sound, secure. Rather learn someone's going to be a piece of shit now rather than in a time of true crisis. Good news is I've gotten really good at painting cannons. Goodness gracious. More paint. More. Well, at the end of the day, it sucks and I'm sorry. And I hope you have a better tomorrow. you to be painted brown already. Become brown. My favorite thing about this is like I'm painting the inside, like I'm painting the full cannon, and the only thing that's going to be exposed on it is the barrel. But it's just like in my brain, it's just like I'll know. They could look into the ports, and they'll know. I betrayed their trust. I lied to them. I didn't paint the full cannon. I got to invest in one of those miniature painting assistant arm thingies that basically just acts as like a light little mini vise, and there's movable arms and magnifying glasses and stuff. Really make my world a lot better. That's one more down. This paint's starting to dry out, so I gotta turn this into turbo maximum overdrive mode. Way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises, early in the morning. I'm excited to use this goddamn ship, so the sooner we get it operational, the better. Operational. God, I'm a slob. We're doing the shit out of these cannons, though. That much I can say with assuredness. Let me re-up on my host traffles real fast, run an ad, because it's been that time, and we'll be right back. Ooh. Oh well. Onwards and upwards, chaps. And lady. we're getting there. Oh, once again, I forgot to paint the inside bit that's hard to, actually paint first. That way I can grab and manipulate it. But now it's all wet paint, so now when I try to look down that barrel, I'm gonna get my hands dirty. But that's okay. Alright. I'm gonna do a sneaky peek. Cheeky breaky. More paint that's a little lighter than I want in there. God, I'm tired. More coffee. I really gotta get more sleep. Killing myself. Running myself ragged. But I'm having a good time at the very least. Wunderbar. Das Cannon. Das Schützenwagen. I think that's how you say cannon in German. Ooh, too much. Way too much. Goodness gracious. What are you trying to prove, Alex? Jeez. Compensating for something? Go ahead and get that excess paint out of there. Spread to other places that may be needed. Goodness gracious. Way too much. Much too much. Unlock. Let's get a heist going, huh? Ooh. You're not supposed to be talking. Just gloop that shit on and get going. That's the fucking way to paint right there, man. It's not bad. We are, of the wooden bits, 5 cannons in. We'll do the metal all at one time. That way it all looks roughly the uniform. As uniform as we can get, of course. Oh, goddamn. It is really not my lucky day. Oh, boy, you can't win all the time. Uno momento, por favor. Sorry, I just heard someone talking. It might have been somebody in the backyard, but it sounded very close. So I thought maybe some fool had decided to come into my backyard for some fucking reason. And I would have to have put a stop to that with extreme prejudice. Not like racial prejudice. You know. The other kind. Brutality. Ugh. Take that and put this here. Sorry, something happened on the screen. Thought maybe something had gone wrong. But all seems to be well. Not bad. I'm getting more gooder at painting cannons. Don't forget to paint the inside of it, you fucking genius. If you don't paint the inside of it, it's gonna be much harder later. So we get all this wood out of the way. That leaves just the metal bits on the cannons. And the only metal bits that we got on the ship is the lattice work and the hinges. So I'm thinking that'll be the final episode, the final stretch. Doing the hinges, doing the metal. And once everything's handled, We'll construct it all together and it'll be magnificent. Arrivederci. Right? 2, 4, 6, 7. Lord help me. The monotony is getting to me. Alright. Onwards and upwards. Inside first. Get that shit painted. Voila! I mean, not voila, voila. Voila means it's done. It just means I got that one spot I wanted. I'm fucking powering through this one. I don't know what to do with this newfound talent. I'm gonna be good at painting cannons, and I'm never gonna have to paint a cannon again, as I will have already painted all my cannons. What a curse to be blessed with such a gift, and never the ability to use it again. I'll just have to delete and purge this skill from my brain as soon as it's finished. That's alright. As we do with most things. I think it's safe to say I've utterly destroyed this brush, though. Just jamming it into the thin spots here. Jamming it into the wedges. Get it from someone else. There we go. I think the brush needs a little bit of TLC, and I need to top off on paint. Let's get this one out of here. It doesn't need to be in the water anymore. Get it. Alright. Well, that gets itself sorted. We're running an ad. We'll be right back. Yada, yada, yada. I got stuff to do. Nope. Wrong button. Excuse me. Whee! Bam! There's one or two things in here that I'm noticing that'll have like metal too. There's like a metal ring on the side that, if I'm not mistaken, is where the ropes get put onto, so they don't get shot all the way backwards. Oh. It's not a lot of technique I can share. It's just kind of, you know, hey, you want to watch me paint a bunch of stuff? Chit chat a little. This is pretty much all I'm doing. It's just painting one color. You know, I'm getting a little bit of it on the thing I'm not supposed to paint. But I also know that's okay because, you know, I'm going to do that last. Now, I'm going to have to be very careful with that because I'm not going to want to, you know, ruin this paint. Granted, I'll have extra so I can fix it, top it up. Ooh. I keep somehow the back is always more. Nailed it. And 7 more. 2, 4, 6. That we passed the halfway point actually. That the other one we did right there was actually number 9. Nice. Now the gunboat itself has 5, I think, gun windows on each side. We got 1 for each gun window and then a few extra ones for on top, out front, stuff like that. Now, typically, cannons were not out front, were not in place in the front of a boat. Because when a big old boat like that brushes over a wave, it's got to, you know, be light in the front and then do that kind of break the wave sort of thing. When you have guns, big old heavy guns out in the front of it, cannons are very fucking heavy. Despite a boat being the size that it is and carrying the amount of men, the cannons on that boat were still something that had to be a main focus of where they were placed based off of their weight, because they were too many on one side, the boat could sink. So yeah, if they were to have too much weight on the front, the whole kind of buoyancy and everything wouldn't work, and it would just kind of drive into a wave, which is not what you want, as opposed to going up and over. But my ship flies, so I'm just gonna say that magic, because that's the lucky D&D. Nice. dip, dip. Six more to go. Whoa, we're more than halfway there. Whoa. Women in a pair. Just jab it on in there. Like the whore they are. And just paint it. Whoa. This thing looks almost busted. Like it collapsed under its own weight or something. Not great, man. See, I told you all cannons were heavy. Almost out of paint again. But granted, I have kind of turned it up to maximum overdrive. I've become a Canon painting machine. Looking down on the drying cannons, and I can see a few areas that are just kind of thin, so I hit them up real fast. More corrections I do now, the less I got to do at the end. Saves us all some time. Work ahead. Work smarter, not harder. No one's going to tell you the easiest solution. Sometimes you got to find it yourself. People are always going to look at out-of-the-box thinking, and I say to themselves, "Oh, well, nobody told me I could do that." I love doing that all the time. Everyone's like, "Well, nobody told me I could do that." Okay. Nobody shouldn't have to tell you to think for yourself. If it was a matter of asking for permission, why didn't you? There's a limitless amount of excuses you can access in the repository of the thing we call the brain. Or you just, do it. Heist. God, I am famished. These things are a little, like, interesting shaped, like some weight was put on the box or something. Because some of them look like smushed and pushed down to the side. I mean, it gives them character. They're not unfunctioning as minis now. It just makes them look real. Things shouldn't be perfectly identical. I like minis that have little characters. I also like doing the same mini twice. Like, hell yeah. Seeing my skill level improve. Like, I got a troll, and I did one, you know, when I was first starting out. And then I did another one when I had a little bit more skill behind it. And those, you know, I'm not going to say it was night and day. But it was improved. Like, you could see improvement of the skill I had. It wasn't an opposite. It was more of like a development thing. That's why I said it wouldn't be night and day. Not implying that I hadn't learned a lot. I definitely had, but it's not like I had switched art styles or preferred color schemes. Very much, you know, one of those neutral earth tone kind of guys. Most things are brown, so I paint with a lot of brown. However, that being said, I don't know how to, you know, I also know how to make things with flair. Got that pink-haired goblin. Pink-haired tiefling. Purple-haired goblin. Which I didn't realize until after I was done making it that it looked exactly like the Green Goblin. If that isn't the subconscious at work, I don't know what is. Oh, yeah. 4 more cannons, including the one I've got in my hand. Kanan, you are no match for me. You most definitely will become painted. that they like. Got another layer and a little bit here. I think this sucker's done. On to the next one. Three more, tres, trois. San. I think San's three. Ichi, ni, san. I think. God. Almost all the Japanese is gone. That's what happens when you just take 1 year of high school Japanese. What's really fun is there's going to be a day. I probably won't do that on camera. Like I said, I got to do a lot of stuff off camera. I got to start putting in work. But I'm going to have to put shading in. I got to do the wood wash on pretty much everything. And that's going to make that shit pop. Then we're going to shadow wash a few things to implement that it's kind of like a different style of wood. We'll do that on our, say, the kind of bumps at the edge, like where the nails would be with the pegs that go in to hold the boards onto the ship. Those little bumpy boos. Seeing as how those would have been painted over the same as the ship, it'll still be a different color though. It should be recognized. So we're just going to hit it with shading, applying that. Yep, this is a different material here. That way your eyes can kind of notice it and it doesn't just look like I painted over a mini. It provides it with that sort of realism. Proper effects, like what you would see. Nice. 2 left. Oh, once this code goes on, 2 left. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14 cannons have been burned through. Am I gonna need to do... I'm gonna need to drop some paint just to do one more. Sons of bitches. Let me go ahead and drop that. I'm actually running a little low now. Just a little, just a smidgen. Get in there. Those cracks on the bottom are a little interesting to deal with because simple brush over is not going to take care of them. Sometimes you got to really force it in there. Gotta fucking force it in, make them trick it. Just like that. Gonna go over and do them. Give them all a little once over. Some of them need the extra TLC. That hyper mode I was doing wasn't exactly the most efficient, apparently. That's okay. Multiple coats make this kind of wood look good. Gives them different features, different crosses. Like, oh, maybe I may have painted it like this with a left stroke, and then I painted it with like a right stroke, and now it might not dry as evenly, but it's going to look a lot more like wood, in my opinion. Especially wood from this time, where it's not all treated fully and looking identical. All right, last one. Excited? I know where I am. start grabbing it by this thing now. I ain't gonna be painting the barrels today, so I can just hold every one of them by that. Just a dab, a skosh more, a dipping dot more of paint. These globbies out. It's a little globby on this one. Well, ladies and germs, I know this certainly hasn't been the most exciting, but I like having people to talk to. $16 cannons painted. 16 candles? No, 16 cannons. All we gotta do is the metal bit. We'll do that when we get the hinges and everything. So, I had this thing to paint. This one I already painted, but it's got little rope tether thingies. I'm gonna do them Ot-U brown. I already did the other one of this, but I'm gonna do this. These were gonna be our bugbear. This also has metal elements to it that need to be done, like the door here. Woohoo! And these boys will be done, not the burlap bits, but you know, the actual wooden bits, will be done in the same color as the masts. And then final corrections and shading on those guys. Mix that with the metal element. And then construction and putting it together. About 2 weeks away. No, if I get off my ass and I get some stuff done, it should be a 2-week thing, but I'm so tired. We'll get to it when we get to it. I'm just having fun for the ride, but until then, catch you later and see you next time. Go out there and make some memories. Oh, wait, I might be able to raid some people. What am I doing?